26 states just told the Supreme Court to get with the times and get off your candy asses. Well, in a nicer way, because, you don't want to stress out the justices that do half the work that their predecessors used to do. Dainty little justices. Imagine being told that you can't exercise your constitutional rights in the very places that you live, work, or relax. Well, in Hawaii, it's not hypothetical, it's reality, and a couple other states. But today, we're diving into the legal battle that's pitting over half of the nation's attorneys general against Hawaii's sweeping firearms restrictions. So stay tuned and check this one out. Welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, where we unpack the latest in firearm legislation and Second Amendment rights issues. A special thanks to our sponsor, Sonoran Desert Institute, your gateway to a career in firearms technology and gunsmithing. Learn more today at sdi.edu/GNG. All right, in 2023, Hawaii enacted Act 52, designating numerous public areas as sensitive places where carrying firearms would be prohibited. This includes bars, restaurants that serve alcohol, parks, beaches, banks, and even private businesses that were open to the public. Now, this law effectively nullifies the right to carry firearms in most public spaces, raising serious constitutional concerns, a la New York, California, Massachusetts, and those other crazy blue states that have enacted Bruin response laws. In Hawaii, it's the spirit of aloha. The law faced immediate challenges. In Wolford v. Lopez, a case that I reported on last week, the plaintiffs contended that Act 52 infringed upon Second Amendment rights. A U.S. district court initially agreed, blocking significant portions of the law. However, last week, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals reversed the decision, reinstating the restrictions, and they suck. Now, the reversal has prompted a coalition of 26 state attorneys general to seek intervention from the United States Supreme Court. Led by channel friend, Montana Attorney General Austin Knudsen, the coalition argues that the Ninth Circuit's decision undermines the Supreme Court's precedents in D.C. versus Heller and New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus Bruin. Joining AG Knudsen were Alabama, Alaska, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Nebraska, New Hampshire, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, South Carolina, South Dakota, Texas, Wyoming, West Virginia, Wyoming, and the state legislature in Arizona. The rest were attorneys generals. I don't know why this state's not on there, Tennessee. Now, the brief contends that Hawaii's law lacks historical precedent and imposes undue burdens on lawful gun owners, effectively treating Second Amendment rights as a second-class right. Now, adding to the controversy is Hawaii's default rule, which flips the traditional presumption, where instead of allowing firearms unless expressly prohibited, it bans them unless explicitly permitted by property owners. That's the vampire rule, right? Opponents argue this inversion further erodes constitutional protections and sets a dangerous precedent. Now, Knudsen and the other 25 AGs say that the court needs to take care of the problem quickly to avoid confusion in other states. Without swift correction, the Ninth Circuit's decision will muddle the clear Second Amendment standards this court has adopted, and its decision will encourage other states to erode Americans' essential right to keep and bear arms, Knudsen wrote. Now, the Supreme Court's decision to hear this case could have nationwide implications, potentially redefining the balance between state regulations and constitutional rights. A ruling against Hawaii could invalidate similar laws elsewhere, like the ones I mentioned, California, New York, Massachusetts, and the like. It would also reinforce the primacy of the Second Amendment. Now, this case underscores the ongoing debate over the scope of our constitutional rights. Staying informed, staying engaged, and making your voice heard. And thanks again to Sonoran Desert Institute for sponsoring today's video. If you're passionate about firearms and want to turn that passion into a profession, visit sdi.edu/GNG to learn more. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to stay updated on this and any other important issues surrounding the Second Amendment. I wish you all the best. I'll see you on the next time here. Be safe, stay vigilant, be free, stay ready. Take care.